Welcome back, friends, to our plan with me. We are finally in the first week of July, and I should probably say happy 4th of July because I'm filming this on this amazing holiday in the US. um, yeah, welcome back. We are finally almost 100%. I would probably say that I am at like a 90% feeling better. If you didn't know, I've been sick for about 2 weeks now. Well, I was sick for a full week. And then this week I was finally recovering, taking medications, not coughing as much. And that is amazing news because I was over it. I was honestly over it. But I am recording at my desk here in my office, and I decided to go a different route with the way that I'm recording this, so hopefully you don't mind. And I am also using the new template that I printed out yesterday from that other video. So if you haven't seen my other video, I recorded one where I show you how I print and cut my planning inserts. And so I figured since I ended up printing this planning insert, why not use this template and see how it goes, which I can already tell you, it looks amazing. And when I was taking pictures for Instagram to kind of show everybody like the planning spread, it looks beautiful. So I'm excited to show you guys how the final product will look. But if you are already curious, you're more than welcome to head on over to Instagram and see for yourself. But let's get started. So this week, we are in July. I am just kind of setting the tone here, preparing everything for my desk. I also realized that I need to print out a new monthly calendar for July. So I quickly edited that on Canva, like the template that I have right now. And then I printed it out and cut it so that we can add it into the planner. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's this like really blue template. It has my priorities of the month, and then I have little sections of what I like to work on as far as goals. Now, I figured I'm going to keep this month very blue, very not pastel, but like blue. What's that word? I guess like baby doll colors, if that makes sense. Very bluish, very baby blue, baby green, all of those bright, summery colors, not orangey, but I did want my planner to kind of stand out this month, and I figured why not get that started in July. So what I'm doing now is jotting down the numbers for the month. And I was trying to figure out the way that I would write this, which was a little bit awkward for me because the camera was in the way, but I made it work. We made it work. And then I'm just going in with my baby blue mild liner, and I'm just highlighting all of the important days that I have this month. So anything that's related to work or any home priorities like vacation or church priorities, that's what I'm putting in my calendar. So you'll see that I will typically highlight any important days, and then I'll go back in and add some stickers to give me like a quick hotspot reminders of what I have going on throughout the week, but also on my monthly spread. So this month, obviously we had 4th of July and I didn't have any work on Mondays, so it's been great for recovering from the sickness that I had, which I basically found out was stress related. So y'all, don't stress. And then I have Vacation Bible School next week, which I am so excited about. We are hosting Vacation Bible School at my church. I am the VBS director, and truly I expected probably like 20 kids to sign up, but we have over 30 kids, some that are not even from our church, which is always good news because you always want to put more faith into children that probably have never heard about Jesus. So I'm excited. I've also been very busy because of VBS, and so I've been having trainings with our leaders. We also did, we have a decorating session this upcoming Sunday. And then I'm putting all the kits together. So the backpacks that we're going to give out, the shirts that I need to pick up. And yeah, so we are getting ready. And then I also have a beach weekend planned with my family. My toddler loves the beach. I don't. Even though I lived close to Sao Padre Island, and so going to the beach was not typically my thing, but I feel bad now because we don't live close to SPI anymore. And so we need to plan those days out. So this month we're going to do that the last week of July. Hopefully we can rent a condo, stay the weekend, have a little bit of fun, and have some free time. Get a break. Honestly, it's been crazy. It's been busy, not only just with work, but also personally. Y'all know that when I got sick, I went to the ER 2 times. And so it really reminded me that I need to highly self-care and take breaks. And I don't do that. So that is something that I'm going to prioritize from now on. I'm also planning family time for this upcoming weekend on the first week of July because my family will be coming over for Vacation Bible School. So my toddler's little cousins will be here. They're going to go to church with her. She's going to have so much fun. I'm already jealous of her because it's not all the time that you get to see and hang out with your cousins. I know that I'm not super close with my cousins, and I wish that we could have had that opportunity to just spend a lot of time with our family members because truly they can be your best friends. So another thing that I'm going to add here on my monthly spread are the goals and priorities. So this month we are doing something different as far as our financial goals. And so I'm going to concentrate in building more of my emergency fund instead of paying off the tractor that I had as my priority. So I will say that I made a big dent in the debt for the tractor, but I really also want to build my emergency fund. So I had a pretty good emergency fund, and then we had to use it for different things, and then I have medical bills because of the times that I've been sick, so I need to get those paid as well. And I don't want to rely on any credit card debt, which is something that I am definitely throwing out. So I haven't been using any credit cards on anything. And I won't say that it's a bad thing if you do use them, because I would typically use them for groceries or even for emergencies, as far as like medical bills or things that you have sinking funds for. An example, I would use them for like maybe vehicle maintenance, and then I would get my savings / vehicle maintenance sinking fund and then send that payment off to the credit card that I used. So it's not a bad thing. I really do use a combination of both. But this month I want to concentrate on building an emergency fund that will be used to prioritize for situations like the medical issues that I had this past month. And then I also want to add more digital products on my Etsy page and personal items like self-care and just getting things done as far as my faith. So y'all know how much I prioritize my relationship with God, and finishing that womanary course that I started is going to be the start of that. But I also have a book reading goal that I'm trying to finish this year, and so I need to get back on reading books. So those are the goals for this month. And I will hopefully be able to do like a roundup of how I did with those goals at the end, or at the last week of July. But now we are in the new planning insert. So what I did with this one was highlight the days of the month. So you'll see that all of the days of the month are on the left side. And now all of the other like to do, the tasks, the dailies, or the habits, the habit tracking, which is what I like to call it, are all on the right side. So this is very different from the previous planning insert that I was using. They're both from Kina Prints. So if you have been looking for a new planning template, I'll make sure to link this one on the YouTube description. But so far, I do love it. And I'm not just saying that because it's different, but I'm saying that because the previous template that I was using, y'all noticed that the food log, I did not really use it productively. To be fair, I was also sick, so I didn't get to cook as much as I had preferred. I was eating very little soups, crackers, bread, things like that. But also, I feel like we could condense the space a little bit more and just put in the high level tracking stuff on here. Also, I wanted more space for my habit tracking. So previously, I was doing 3 habit tracking, which is my Bible study, my womanary course, and then book reading. But there are other things that I would like to use my personal planner for. And so you'll see that once I start jotting down my habit tracking on the dailies section. So what I'm doing for the left side, which is the actual weekly planning that I'm doing for the week, I'm putting in all the meetings that I have, and I'm using my mild liner to just add a little dot. And then I'm going to add in the time. I'm going to add in the time for that meeting, and then who's leading the actual meeting. So, yes, that is something new that I'll be doing with this planning template. And now that I printed this one, I actually want to try the other planning templates that she has, that Kina Prints has. So I may even go back and like investigate what other personal size templates she has. Or I may even design one. I don't know. You have to, and this is the reason why I love planners, because I feel that you need to try it out before you buy it out. I don't know how to say that, but you need to try out what works for you. So even though the other template that I've been using for the past couple of months was working, and you guys know that I started off with an A5 planner, but I felt so stressed out about having to complete the full page because I was doing daily tracking. There's nothing wrong with that. But I realized that I don't have that much time anymore. So what I decided to do is, I switched over to this personal size planner, but also I'm trying out different templates to see what will be more productive in my case. So because I know that I'm more of a person that will add in more to-dos, more tasks, maybe more habit tracking, that's kind of the reason why I like this new template. On the right side, there's just more space to do all of that. And then on top of this, I also like to do Bible study plans on my phone. So I also wanted to track that I'm doing that, on a daily basis. So this is what we're doing. We're adding the mild liner pens, and then I'll just check them off once I'm done. And then I decided to, and you'll see this right now, but I decided to add in this new weekend sticker that totally fit perfectly on this planning insert. And it's a good way to put that little distinction of like this top half is the work week and this bottom half is the weekend. So you'll see that shortly. And I also decided that I'm not going to use the food log on this planning insert. So you'll see that when I start working on the right side, I'm going to use the to-do list for personal home items, and then the bottom to-do list for work items. But what do you guys think of this one? I don't mind it. I truly don't mind it. It's simple. It's me being productive. And like I said, I'm going to start using this planner for high level items that I need to do. I also want to mention that one of the other things that I started recently doing with my A5 planner, one, because I don't like seeing things just kind of go to waste or not being used, especially if I spent money to purchase a planner that, might be expensive. The Mo Term planner was about $80. So if you've seen my initial videos with the A5 planner, that Mo Term folio was like about $80, which might not seem that expensive compared to like what I've seen other planner people use. But to me, like that's a lot of money for a planner. So I still wanted to use it, and I may actually do a video on how I'm now using that planner. But if you all did not know, I also homeschool my toddler during the summer because, one, I'm trying to teach her Spanish, but two, I'm highly considering in homeschooling her for the upcoming school year. She's still doing pre-K, so it's not anything that I feel was going to detain her from her studies, but I'm still thinking about it. Point being, I'm using my A5 planner as like a homeschooling planner. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that probably later on this week or the weekend, and do a short little video on how I'm using that A5 planner for homeschooling. But this personal size planner, I use it a lot for my home and work items. I do also want to mention that I may even have to reorganize the other dividers. So I'm actually thinking about removing the sermon notes section and just keeping the Bible study section on here, but replacing the sermon notes section with a, like, my company section, if that makes sense. So I also do part-time consulting and data analysis contracted work aside from my full-time job as a data analyst in the education industry. So I have one client right now that I'm doing a website for. And so I'm still working on that actively. I have another client, or actually the same client, but it's like a different client for them. And I'm doing some website updates or website maintenance. So those are two web projects that I have. And I just got a new client where I'm going to be designing a recruitment / HR dashboard or KPI dashboard. And so that's also going to take up more time. And I just onboarded this week. So I also want to start keeping track of things that I have going on with those projects. So I'm going to think about that, sit on it for a while, and decide if I need to remove the sermon notes section and add possibly like a projects section for TB4 Code, which is my company that I have. So yeah, this is becoming fun, but also like, I know I keep on saying that I wanted to take time off. I need a self-care, and I will, or I should say I am, because I am going to prioritize that. I am already setting up dates of when I'm going to take vacations, and I'm setting up time to just go do things with my toddler. But I know that my company is starting to build up again. I took a year break, and I basically told people, okay, I'm back to taking on clients again. And everybody jumped at the opportunity for that, which I am so entirely grateful for. But at the same time, I know that it means it's going to be a lot of work, and I don't want to be behind on those projects, especially with clients that are counting on me and they're paying me to get their projects done. So I will let you guys know by next week in my next weekly plan with me video how I decide to keep track my personal projects for my company, my IT consulting company. And I'll show you how I organize that. And I'll even give you a quick peek of like some of the projects that I'm currently doing as a consultant / data analyst. So, or web developer, because I mean, it's all of the above. Other than that, what do y'all think of this design? Like, look at this. This is amazing. I love this little weekend sticker. Like, that was by far my favorite of this whole template. And I have other stickers that I'm going to also do. I think next week for sure I'll probably put that a little bit lower. But because I don't have that many things going on Friday, I figured, why not? Let's do it. So there we have it, y'all. Thanks for joining, like always. And I will see you next week.